Hello! In this video, I will talk to you about copyright, what it is, the history of copyright, and how to avoid breaching of copyright. The concept of copyright dates back to ancient times, when certain works were considered the property of their creators. However, the modern system of copyright law originated in the 18th century, with the development of the printing press and the increasing importance of the written word. The first copyright law was the Statute of Anne, which was enacted in England in 1710. This law granted authors exclusive rights to their works for a limited period of time, typically 14 years, after which the work would enter the public domain. The Statute of Anne also established the principle of fair use, which allowed for limited use of copyrighted works without permission for purposes such as criticism, commentary, and news reporting. In the United States, the first federal copyright law was passed in 1790. This law was modeled after the Statute of Anne and granted authors exclusive rights to their works for a period of 14 years, with the option to renew for another 14 years. The Copyright Act of 1909 extended the duration of copyright to 28 years, with the option to renew for another 28 years. The current system of copyright law in the United States is governed by the Copyright Act of 1976, which replaced the 1909 Act. The 1976 Act extended the duration of copyright to the life of the author plus 50 years, and later to the life of the author plus 70 years for works created after January 1, 1978. Copyright law has evolved over time to keep pace with technological advancements, such as the advent of digital media and the Internet. In recent years, there has been much debate over the appropriate balance between protecting the rights of creators and promoting access to information and culture. Copyright is a legal right that grants the creator of an original work exclusive control over how that work is used and distributed. The term work refers to any original expression of an idea that can be fixed in a tangible form, including literature, music, art, photographs, software, and films. Copyright law gives creators the right to control how their work is reproduced, distributed, performed, and displayed. This includes the right to make copies of the work, sell or license copies to others, create adaptations or derivative works, and perform or display the work to public. Only the copyright owner or someone authorized by the copyright owner can legally exercise these rights. The purpose of copyright is to promote creativity and innovation by providing creators with an incentive to create. By granting exclusive rights to the creator, copyright encourages the dissemination of knowledge and cultural expression while also providing a financial incentive for creators to continue producing new works. Copyright protection is automatic upon the creation of a work, meaning that no registration or other formalities are required to establish copyright. However, copyright laws varies depending on the country, so it is important to understand the specific laws that apply in your jurisdiction. In general, copyright protection lasts for a certain period of time, after which the work enters the public domain and can be freely used by anyone. The duration of copyright protection also varies depending on the country and the type of work. For example, in the United States, the copyright term for works created after January 1, 1978 is the life of the author plus 70 years. To avoid breaching copyright, it is important to respect the exclusive rights of the copyright owner. Here are some general guidelines to follow. Obtain permission. If you want to use someone else's copyrighted work, you should obtain permission from the copyright owner first. This may involve contacting the owner directly or through a licensing agency. 2. Use works in the public domain. Works in the public domain are not protected by copyright and can be freely used by anyone. These include works whose copyright has expired, as well as works that were never protected by copyright. 3. Use works under a Creative Commons license. Some creators choose to release their works under a Creative Commons license, which allows others to use the work under certain conditions. Make sure to read the terms of the license carefully and comply with any requirements. 4. Use works under fair use. Fair use is a legal doctrine that allows limited use of copyrighted works without permission for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. However, fair use is a complex and often subjective concept, so it is important to consult with a legal expert before relying on this defense. Create your own original works. The best way to avoid copyright infringement is to create your own original works. By doing so, you will have exclusive rights over your own creations and will not be infringing on anyone else's rights. It is important to note that copyright law varies by country, and the above guidelines may not apply in all jurisdictions. If you are unsure about whether a use of a copyrighted work is legal, you should consult with a legal expert. Thank you for listening.